countdown.
2,
My hair's all
1.
messy.
And we're live.
We're probably live now. We don't know. We are live now.
See, told you the countdown
We
worked.
are. We are live, and my phone just went off telling me we're live on my channel. Why it does that, I do not know. Like, I need a notification that I'm live on my channel. Welcome to another episode of the Dustin and Cassie Show, starring Dustin and Cassie, who's trying to finish her dinner up before we get the show done. Episode 39 this week. 39. We'd be on like 44 or 45 if we hadn't taken a hiatus, but we did. We got one person watching. Sound off in the chat so we know who's watching. We can say hi. We have it says live chat. 2 people are watching. Who's watching? Nobody's saying nothing.
They're not going to talk to us.
They don't want to talk to us. Oh, it's Rick and Cindy. Oh, you guys got a new name. Rick and Cindy. Why did I say Rick and Cindy? Wow, my bad. Sorry. Robert and Cindy. It's the Sofrancos. My bad.
I was waiting because I was thinking, that's not his name.
Yeah, it's Robert. I seen R and C, and for whatever reason, I started to say Rick, and I started to think Rick and Nancy. It's like, no, that's Robert and Cindy. I was totally way off. Way off.
We've had a week with somebody named
and John's
Rick
watching.
And Nancy, so there you go.
John, long time no see. We were at John's house earlier today.
I got to get baby snuggles. Well, they call it baby hugs.
Baby hugs?
But it was snuggles.
It was just doing this the whole time.
I don't care. I still got it. I love babies.
She does.
I do.
She does.
I know. John, is it okay if I show a picture? I'll ask for permission first before I put it on there. Let's see.
3 people watching. John says sure.
Okay.
Sure. Look at her. Crazy eyes.
I love babies. Let's see. Which one? Yeah.
The other one. That one. Yeah, there you go. Look at that face. You just want to smoosh it all up.
He was like 3 weeks late, almost.
Something like that.
He was almost 3 weeks late. So precious.
Your face looks skinnier.
Thanks. Gina said that the other day too.
It does.
Well, she said that she could tell that I was losing weight.
OM goodness, the Sofrancos say. So, anyway.
Our week.
John was 42 weeks, but Jen said he was right on time.
Yes, he was. He was exactly when the Father wanted him.
It's funny, we all got together on Sunday, right? The Sunday everybody came out here. And before they left,
it was like last minute too.
Before the Wilds left, we all gathered around her and prayed. And did she have him on Tuesday? Was that when it was, or Wednesday?
Yeah, she went into labor Monday night.
Monday night and had him Tuesday morning.
She went into labor on Labor Day.
I think that's the wrong kind of labor.
I know. I'm just saying.
So, yep. We Saturday night last week we went outside and prayed that Hurricane Dorian would turn and go away. Mm-hmm. And what do you know? It went from a Category 5 down to a Category 2 and turned away from Florida. So I don't even think it ever made landfall. I think there was just the outer edges of it.
Well,
got part of the Carolinas, I think, was last I saw.
Yeah, but it hovered over the Bahamas.
Yeah.
For like a long time. A day, at least 24 hours. Some people said 48 hours, but it wasn't because of us or our prayers. It was because of him.
We don't have no power. It's all in him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyways, hey, Justin. So we prayed for a hurricane to go away. It went away. We prayed for somebody to have a baby. She had a baby.
Well, she was going to have a baby no matter what.
Yes, but as I said, We should have prayed 2 weeks sooner. She would have had him at 40 weeks instead of 42 weeks.
It wasn't us.
It's all him. But the thing is
Hi,
hey, Julie, is, if we don't pray, the Father may not move.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
it wasn't like the hurricane. It wasn't just us. Like
there was other. I saw videos on Facebook of people going out to the ocean and blowing their shofars at. I'm like, that is so cool. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So it's just sometimes it's just a matter of just getting people to move. Just having faith. Exactly. So
praising Him.
That's the way I look at it. Is God can't do anything, and I shouldn't say God can't do anything. God can do whatever He wants to do, but God may not do anything unless His people.
Your haters are totally gonna take that sentence. They're gonna edit
That's why I stopped.
And then
they don't bother editing my videos.
Anyways,
Dean Odell's got his investigators that watch my videos. So, hi guys. You could actually talk to me if you wanted to. I'm not that bad of a guy. I'm not a heretic like what Dean Odell says. So, if you actually want to know what I think and what I believe, I'll gladly tell you. I'll show you the scriptures. I'll give you the scriptures that support my stance and what I believe. You just got to talk to me. Send me a message on Facebook. You don't have to believe everything Dean says.
Or everything that we say. Just open your book and
open up your Bible and read it.
Anyways.
I don't know if you heard Eli. Eli's over here on the couch. He says, go home and read your Bible. So, Odell helped push you to Torah. That is awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And I can say that I've got friends. Well, Noel Hadley. Noel Hadley is a good friend of mine, a good brother. And matter of fact, I was just mentioning him a minute ago. And I accepted Noel Hadley's friend request on Facebook when he sent it to me, only because I had heard Dean speak negatively about Noel. So I'm like, well, if Dean doesn't like this guy, there's probably a pretty good chance I will like this guy. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know anything about him. But I'd heard Dean.
Back to eat my dinner.
I heard Dean talk bad about him. So I'm like, this guy must be okay. Same thing with Nate Wolf. I knew of Nate Wolf that he got fired in his job from going to the Take on the World conference, but I never really talked to him or anything else. Didn't really know much else about him. And then somebody else decided to attack myself, Rob Skiba, Noel Hadley, and Nate Wolf. So I was like, hey, you know what? I don't really know this guy, but since we're all being attacked together, I better get to know this guy. And Nate Wolf is a great brother. And Nate Wolf follows the Torah now. So anyway, what do we see here?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Eli says John Wiles. Julie Cross says, hi, John. Let Jennifer know we are so happy for all of you. John says, will do, Julie.
Okay.
So what else was this week?
Oh, I was going to say about Noel. I talked to him. What?
Nothing.
I talked to him on Monday. Did an interview for the book he's writing. He wanted my take on some things. And he told me that the night before he fell down the stairs. The place where they're staying at, they're in Ireland, and it has really, really narrow stairs. So he actually has to turn his foot sideways to walk down the stairs. Well, he fell down the stairs, hurt himself pretty bad. He remembers falling down the stairs, but the next thing he remembers is waking up in bed, facing the opposite direction, and his body ached. He had like the cold chills or something else or whatever and whatnot. So I prayed for him right before we got off the phone, and he said after that he was good to go. He said he was like fully recovered. So he told me that today. I'm like, that praise the Father. I said, that's nothing to do with me. I said, I'm just a guy that loves people, and I'll put my faith out there and pray and expect the Father to do something. If he doesn't, that's on him, So maybe Noel needed to fall down the stairs and be he needed to fall down the stairs and let his body recover for a while to slow him down for something, but maybe he just needed to be healed up quickly. So anyway, Truth Hunter, that's David. How's it going, David? Nice to see you. David Hellman. He was at the conference. He's the guy I told you he's a truck driver for Schneider. You don't remember?
You didn't
Sorry.
tell me that.
I remember you, David. I told you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't tell me anybody worked for Schneider.
Yeah.
I would have remembered the big orange truck.
He doesn't have a big orange truck. He's got like a grayish brown truck because he owns his own truck.
I would have remembered that because I would have said the big orange truck and you'd have told me that.
Maybe I told Eli. Did I tell you, Eli? Yes. See, okay, I told Eli. See, I knew I told somebody.
He doesn't tell me everything.
Anyway, so our week. So it was a short work week for me because I didn't leave out until Monday. But I still managed to get, what did I say it was, 2,600 miles?
Yeah,
or was it almost 26?
Almost 26.
So, but I get paid for Labor Day, so that's good. And what else? I'm trying to think tomorrow I have to leave early. I have to do what's called an RLP load. It's a rolled pipe. So normally I haul just, straight PVC pipe. It's in sections anywhere from 10 feet to 24 feet. It's solid pipe. But the place also makes this rolled pipe that comes on these big giant wood spools. And I don't know. I've never hauled it before. The only time I've ever hauled it is when we were just doing a transfer within town. But they have a load that has to be down in southern Louisiana Monday morning. And the main number one guy that normally does it, he wasn't getting back from his week until today sometime. So he wasn't able to have a 34-hour break-in to be able to leave out Sunday to be down there Monday morning. And then the other guy that normally does it, the other guy that normally does it, I just see why you said that now. I didn't see the comment over there. Hi, Philip and Gina. The other guy that normally does it, the number two guy, doesn't work Sundays. He works Monday through Friday. So apparently I'm number three, which to me is awesome because I've only been on this account a little over a year. But there's other guys, more senior guys than me, that's been on this account a lot longer, but he didn't ask them to do it. He asked me to do it. So either that means he really trusts me and I've really moved up the ranks, or I'm just that guy that he'll throw anything on him that he knows will get the job done. I don't know. So get off your phone. Marcy's watching. Hey, Marcy.
I'm looking at the scripture verse.
Shabbat shalom, eh? Down here we say Shabbat shalom, y'all. What you looking up?
Well, something that's been a hot topic for us the last few days.
Being a servant?
Being a servant. And honestly, I shouldn't just say the last few days. It's been a while. So we've been dealing with some stuff. We won't go into a whole bunch of details of that stuff, but just, being selfish versus selfless, right? Would that be the word?
Mm-hmm.
Selfless. And so John Pounders, he posted something really good today. I shared it. Let me go look. And it made me think of that and all this other stuff. So he posted, he says, people often blame the devil, demons, spiritual warfare, etc. for all their issues when most likely they are actually cursing themselves by being a bad person. If you go around lying, falsely accusing people, getting drunk, living lazy, making bad decisions, or being the town gossip, it's most likely not spiritual warfare. You are merely reaping the seeds you have planted. And I'm like, you reap what you sow. Okay. So the last 2 weeks, I should say, we have been being attacked for stuff. And some of the stuff that was accusing, some of the stuff that you were accused of was correct. And some of the stuff that you were accused of was half truth, half not. And some stuff was just blatant lies. And so we've been dealing with that. But
this stuff
is from when he was a kid, like a teenager or before.
So like 20 years ago.
So
stuff that was been dealt with a long time ago.
Hi, Samson and Ted.
Hi, Williams.
So, anyways, so we've been dealing with that, and there was a verse that I sent you this week where it actually talks about that.
Do you want me to pull it up on my phone?
Yeah, because I don't remember. Isaiah something.
Did you send it to me on Facebook or text?
I think it was to you on Facebook. Isaiah 54.
Do that, sure. I got it pulled up.
I do. Isaiah 54. It says, "Fear not, for you will not be ashamed. Be not confounded, for you will not be disgraced. For you will forget the shame of your youth, and the reproach of your widowhood you will remember no more. For your Maker is your husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, and the Holy One of Israel is your Redeemer. The God of the whole earth he is called." And so,
hey, Cassie.
And so, like, we've been dealing with that a little bit, and I saw that verse this week, and I sent that to him.
Who's accusing him? Let me at him.
And it was like, okay, we have to be held accountable for our actions, but in the same sense, if we've repented and moved on, if we've repented and turned away from that, then people can't keep bringing it up and throwing it in your face.
No, I would disagree. People can if they want to,
shouldn't.
But they're putting themselves in the position of being the accuser of the brethren, and they're not working under the Holy Spirit at that point, because the Holy Spirit, God does. If you've repented of it, turned away from it, and that sin's been forgiven, God doesn't remember it anymore. The accuser of the brethren does.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to go,
that goes back to like what John Pounders was saying is that if you're accusing somebody of that, if you're accusing somebody of doing these things, like you reap what you sow. So if you're doing these things, then you're going to have consequences to your actions.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you start pulling other people's baggage out that has nothing to do with who they are today, then your baggage is going to come out because you reap what you sow. It may not be now. It may not be, tomorrow or in a year or 2 years or 5 years, but eventually that's what happens. And so to this particular person, it's happening sooner than later. Her baggage is coming out. And
you enjoy prison.
Where are you? Oh my gosh. Put it up. So anyway, we've been thinking, there's been a lot of stuff that's gone on, and this person is in a lot of trouble right now, but we're not going to go into a bunch of details of that because it doesn't, that's irrelevant. My thing that I'm learning from this is that one, you do for sure, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. And this person in particular, along with a lot of other people, you are selfish. And when you're selfish, who are you?
You're serving yourself.
Are you serving? You're serving yourself. So if you're serving yourself, then who are you really serving? That would be my question. Because
are you looking for an answer? Is this a quiz? Do they need to take a pencil and paper?
Just speaking. So is something that we watched a little Levi's little lectures, is that what they're called?
Yeah, on TorahFamily.org.
On TorahFamily.org. If you have little kids, you should totally check it out. It's really cool. So we watched his lecture today on servants, on being a servant, and Yeshua came to be
a servant.
And so if we're to walk like him, then who's that?
No idea.
If we're to walk like Yeshua, then we're supposed to have servants' hearts. If
keep talking, babe. I got
it. Okay. So if we're supposed to walk like Yeshua, then we're supposed to have servants' hearts. Now the enemy is opposite of Yeshua. Or Jesus. He's the opposite of him. So if he's the opposite of him and Jesus or Yeshua is a servant, like he serves others, that's what he came here for, then the opposite would be to be served. So if you want to be served, then who are you being like? So that's kind of been our topic anyways today and last.
So Yeshua came to serve, not to be served.
Exactly.
So to be like Yeshua, you would want to be a servant and serve others.
She said that I got the quiz.
She got it. So therefore, if you put yourself in a position of wanting to be served, that means you're the exact opposite of how Yeshua was. So what's the exact opposite of Yeshua? As Casey said, Satan. So if you're putting yourself in a position where you want people to serve you, you want people to look up to you, you want people to feed you, take care of you, well, not feed you and take care of you like you can't take care of yourself, but it's I could do this myself, but instead I'm going to have you do it for me. Then you're putting yourself in the position of wanting to be served like Satan wants to be served. I mean, how did Satan tempt Yeshua? If you bow down and worship me, I will give you the kingdoms of the world. Satan wanted to be served.
Where Yeshua, on the other hand, washed the disciples.
Marcy's coming to the Isaiah 46:10 conference?
Woohoo! That totally took us off track.
Sorry.
Anyhow, so
this is my Marcy's coming to the States dance. Woo! Woo!
So that's been a topic in our house, and which it really has been for a while, because I've been teaching Eli that, we do things for others, that we need to have a servant's heart. And this week, it seems like it's just really been on there. Like, it's really been hitting me about being a servant. And, I try to live that way, but I think that there's ways that I can do better and that I need to do better. So I decided
to make a little game out of it.
We're found doing what
is right. God will fight for us.
We is right.
If we are found doing what is right, I think the we's not supposed to be there. Yah will fight for us. But I decided to make a little game out of it shortly thereafter. We watched Levi's little lectures, and Cassie asked Eli to go to the bedroom to get her thing of water. And I was between Eli and the bedroom, and I'm like, nope, I'm going to go and get it. I'm going to be a servant. So I ran into the bedroom and got it. So then Eli was like, oh, like, so
then you set it on the table, and you set it like over here. And so he grabbed it and he goes, ha. He set it in front of me.
So then the rest of the day, Eli has been like, anytime we're asked something to do something, he's all like wanting to jump and run and go and do it. Like right before we do it. That
doesn't mean, because one of the things was that,
hi, Turners,
is that one of the things that we were accused of is treating our son like a slave. That's not what we're doing. I want to do things for him too. I serve. I want to serve others. I want to serve my husband. I want to serve even my children. When I make, child, when I make him something, eventually, maybe. So
your son's challenging you on your faith there, dear.
So, but it's one of those things that, I've tried to push in Eli, is that when someone asks you to do something, if you are capable of doing it and it's not against our rules, or it's not going to hurt you, that's what I want you to do. Because I think that it will eventually, that it helps him in the long run. It helps everybody in the long run.
Oh, I want to say one thing real quick, not to get off topic, but everybody in here, go subscribe to Truth Hunter's channel. He's got a new channel that he started up. He's a truck driver like me. He's a follower of Yah like me. And go subscribe to his channel. He's got like 5 subscribers, I think. So he's doing videos like little teachings and stuff. And also, if you're not subscribed to the Turner's channel, Benjamin Turner, go subscribe to his channel, because him and his lovely wife Lauren do a show just like this one every Saturday night, usually every Saturday night as well. It's called Truth Hunter. Just Ben, it's called Truth Hunter. If you scroll up, you'll see him up there. He's got a comment right above Gina's comment. Or maybe he can hit the comments again so people can see it. But also subscribe to Benjamin Turner's channel and see the Ben and Lauren show. I'll confess, I haven't watched one in a few weeks. I'm slacking. I'm sorry. But I've been watching videos all about narcissism for the last couple weeks. So yes. So go subscribe to those channels. Help support your other Hebrew brothers and sisters. Watch their videos. Give them thumbs up. Give them likes. Give them hugs. Good comments.
They're on 42.
We're not caught up yet. We're only on 39, but we're getting there.
So yeah. So that's been what we've been going through this last couple weeks. Stuff. I kind of took it easy the rest of the week. I've made a few seats, but not a lot. And I had my doctor's appointment. I still have to go back for another month of appointments. Which it's okay, but
somebody's got the hiccups.
I'm like hoping that we would be close to being done soon. And so here's the deal. When we're done with these appointments, we decided that we're going to go to the fertility doctor and start that process again. Because we want more babies.
Casey asked a question.
Did you sell out? No, I did not sell out. I wish I had. But no, we did not sell out. They are loaded on my Facebook page. The ones that are left, there's a for sale album, and they're in that album. Hopefully soon. Philip's been working on my website, and so hopefully we will get that up in the next couple weeks or so.
You gave away just as many pairs as you sold, didn't you?
I did give away a lot of pairs.
Should read that comment out loud.
Tyler loves his Zeet Seats. He said today they are so beautiful. Thanks, Zeet Seats by Cassie.
Well, we want more babies.
We do want more babies. We've wanted more babies. It just hasn't happened, and there's a reason, but yes. So that's our goal, is hopefully maybe by the end of the year. Yeah, willing.
We can have twins.
We could have twins.
A boy and a girl. No. What do you mean no? Why no? We have boy and girl twins. It'd be Jesse and Jessica.
No. That ain't happening.
No, we have names already picked out. Are you still for sure on those names?
Yes.
Even the boy name?
Yep.
You guys say if they are or no?
If we have a boy, his name would be Silas Robert. We've liked the name Cy since Eli was a baby. Or Silas.
Let's call him Cy for short.
We would call him Cy. We've always said Eli and Cy. And Robert is his dad's middle name. And so if we had a boy, we would call him Silas Robert. And if we have a girl, her name would be Hannah Grace. And I used to love the name Lynn Marie, and I still like that name. However, there was one time we were on our way to South Dakota from North Dakota. We lived in North Dakota. We were on our way to South Dakota. I'm not reading anything, so.
Hang on. Casey said, now I think me and my husband messed up before we woke up. He had the surgery. Now we regret it. Feel we may have gone against God's plan. Benjamin said if he becomes a doctor, he could perform a psy-op. Philip said, I still like acidophilus for Philip picks on Philip has a daughter that's like my age, and he always picks on her when she has a kid and says she's gonna name it acidophilus.
I don't think she's your age.
Yeah, she's maybe between your age and my age, I think.
I thought she was younger than me. So Casey, yes. She's 32. She's my age. That's not between our ages.
Sorry. Well, whatever. Hey, Papa Pepper's on.
Okay, so here's the thing, Casey. If there are a lot of people who have had a reversal, because they've came into truth and they've realized that they shouldn't have done that, and they've had a reversal. I would totally do it if I was you. Like if you have the capabilities of doing it, I would totally do it.
Well, Wheat Tree's on, but she's not leaving comments.
So how do you know Wheat Tree's on?
Because it says right there that guy was hidden by Wheat Tree.
Yeah.
We have some. Hi, Wheat Tree. I didn't even see a comment by Michael Green, but she's on top of it there. You gonna come in and say hi
to
Papa Pepper?
I was reading.
No, I can't move the fan. We had some friends. We had some friends when we lived in North Dakota.
With me.
Tell me the news. Oh, we're not pregnant. We're just talking about we're going to get pregnant.
Okay, but I was trying to tell my story of why we chose the name Hannah Grace. So we are not pregnant right now. We're not.
We will be in the future.
We're not right now, unless we are. We don't know it, but I highly doubt it. So, yes. So it's Gina, not Jenna. Okay. So.
Hi. Bye.
You could be ignorant.
What?
Why did he say you could be ignorant?
Now you see TV's watching. Don't you guys have your own show you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or is that a little while? No.
That is
we can be ignorant about it.
That's the thing. Dustin did pray over me today. So, but we were in North Dakota and we were on our way to South Dakota to a doctor's appointment, and I was reading my Bible and Dustin was driving, and I was reading the story of Samuel, and I literally just bawled on the way, and I related so well to Hannah, and I prayed right then and said, if I ever have a daughter, her name will be Hannah. And Hannah also means grace, but I love the name Hannah Grace.
So her name would literally mean double grace.
Yes.
So.
And I know, earlier I said, if whatever we have anymore, I know eventually we will. It's just the Father hasn't made that happen yet, and
He will.
He will. When we had Eli, we did do fertility treatments, and
Don't speak negative about yourself.
What did he say?
I'm not going to repeat it because I'm not going to speak negative of my son. Take that back. I rebuke those words you said. You're not that.
So we did use fertility treatments with Eli, and when we basically went into the doctor and we said, okay, we've been doing this for months. We're tired. We've spent so much money. Shut up. Get your head out. That's not what I meant. And you know it.
Cassie's face is red.
There are kids watching.
Who's watching that's a kid? Look how red her face. I hope this camera is doing it justice because her face is so. Tara said, "Don't pee."
Hey, that's not what I meant. Now I'm crying. That's what you did. I was gonna just let it slide and keep going.
No, we've been going through the treatments and stuff for months. We had a process we had to follow. There was different drugs we had to try. So there was like 3 or 4 months on one drug that didn't work. So then we had to go on to a different drug. There's another process, and the whole time I had a health savings account through my work, and so we had been paying for everything through that health savings account. Well, we got down. I'm ignoring that comment from Ben. I'm not even going there. We got down to where we had no money left in the health savings account, and we didn't have it in our monthly budget to be able to keep going and paying for this stuff. Yeah, it was an hour and a half from where we live, but that's where the closest fertility clinic was. So we told the doctor, look, we've got to stop doing this. We don't have this in our budget anymore. Our health savings account has run dry. And she said, let's try an IUI, which is an intrauterine insemination. Hey, Kenny Kratzmeyer's watching. Man, so we are popular. Well, it's 16 now. It said 17 people watching.
There was one point in time where we
triaged if I've asked Papa Pepper or Ben for good instructions. No, I haven't.
Look, thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Anyways, we had an IUI, and there was literally only one. There was only one. Okay, we're gonna clean it up here. There was one egg, and the doctor said it may happen, it may not happen. And the cool thing was is she did it after hours. And when you do this procedure, you're typically supposed to pay up front. And we didn't have the money to pay up front.
We didn't know we were supposed to pay up front.
We didn't know that until later.
We went down to see her on like a Tuesday, I think it was.
I don't know.
She said, come back the next day, be here at, was it 5 or 6 p.m.?
Like 5.
5 p.m.
Hours.
It was after hours. So we show up there at 5 o'clock. She's the only one there. She literally had to like unlock the door and let us in and had the procedure done. And then we went back. Was it the next day or the next week?
No, we went back 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later?
Well, no, I take that back. We called her 2 weeks later. They called us the next day after the appointment and said, you were supposed to pay $250. And we're like, well, we don't have $250. Sorry. So
let's set up a payment plan.
So, but she actually, so she actually took $50 off and only charged us $200. And then we just set up a payment plan. And then this literally was April Fool's Day. Or April 1st.
Yeah, April 1st was the day we went in.
The day we went in was April 1st.
I can tell you if that was a Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to go look. You keep
talking. It probably was a Tuesday because it was exactly 2 weeks later that we were supposed to find out if it had took or not. And she said the chance of it taking was like slim to none because there was only one egg and we had been trying, with the shots and stuff and nothing was happening. And so she said it probably won't take, but we're going to try it anyways. And it's like a last effort. So 2 weeks later on a Sunday, we went to church for Easter. And this lady that we
were pagans. We didn't know better.
This lady that I had barely, I knew her name. Her name was Linda, but that's all I remember. I never talked to her. We never talked to her, nothing. And she came up to us and she says, when are you due? And we're like, we're not due. And we're not pregnant. She says, I thought I heard you were pregnant. And Dustin and I kind of just looked at each other and we're like, no. And both of us in our head, we didn't speak it, but both of us thought, well, maybe we could be pregnant. And we won't know until Tuesday. And so
this says April 1st was a Saturday.
It wasn't 2006. It was 2009. Wrong year.
Oh, we got married in 2006. My bad. Sorry, Eli. I forgot what year you were born.
So then Tuesday came and obviously nothing happened. And so I was like, I'm pregnant. And Dustin,
it was a Wednesday.
It was a Wednesday. Okay.
So we went there on a Tuesday, like I said, and went back on a Wednesday.
So Dustin was like, you don't know for sure. And I'm like, dude, it's been clockwork, like almost literally down to the time. I'm like, I'm pregnant. And
Easter was the 12th.
I called the doctor. We called the doctor and she said to wait until Friday and go in and do blood work. And so I remember I was watching Grey's Anatomy. So it was Thursday night. And I was like, I cannot wait anymore. Like I could not physically, I couldn't emotionally just wait. I was like, that's it. I'm taking a pregnancy test right now because I hadn't taken one yet. And
taken one.
I haven't taken one yet. Everybody kept telling me not to. And so I went into the bathroom, I took the test and there was a faint line, but it was there. And Dustin's like, no, you need to go to the doctor first. My mom and dad was like, you need to go to the doctor first. So Friday I went to the doctor. She took blood work and she also did a pee test. And she wrote a note for Dustin and said, you're going to be a dad. And so, yeah.
And it became me.
And it became Eli.
That was almost 10 years ago.
It was over 10
years ago. 10 years ago now. Yeah. 10 years to when he was born.
So, and we had a lot of complications with Eli and our pregnancy, but the father has totally protected him and kept him safe during that whole time. We almost lost him a couple times, and yeah. So now we're ready to do that all over again.
Woohoo! Let's go. Oh.
Back in 2014, we started the process of fertility treatments again. And they found, in the process of doing that, they found precancer cells. in my uterus. And so we had to treat that first. And then we came to Torah and we moved. And so we stopped all that. And then in 2016, they found precancerous cells again. And so we treated that again. And the doctor told us then that, you know, if this is the doctor's words, not mine, that I need to figure out what I'm going to do because I will end up with cancer. And that's just what's going to happen.
He said his exact words were, your body wants to make cancer.
Mm-hmm. And that's what. So Dustin rebuked him then. And we did the treatment. He wanted to do a 6-month treatment. And I only did 3 months of what he wanted. And I did my own on the side. And within that 3 months, it was gone. So we haven't been back since. But I've been doing my own stuff here at home. And now we're ready to start all over.
See, the last time, like, okay, when we got pregnant with Eli, that doctor, her goal was, you're going to get pregnant. When we started the fertility stuff in North Dakota, those people did not give us any indication whatsoever that their goal was for us to get pregnant.
But I will say, though, they did listen to us.
No, Kenny, we're not pregnant.
I will say that they did listen to us, however. And I said, okay, I've did this, and this. So this is what I want to do. This is what I know works. This is what I want to do. And they did listen to us in that department. Like, they did exactly. They gave me the medicine that I wanted.
Right, but the problem was, like, they were doing what they call this teleconferencing or whatever, because the place we were going to was actually 4 hours from where we lived. But we would go to this other doctor's office that was closer to us, and then, like, they would conference in or whatever. Well, every time we would do that, it was like,
it would cost us money.
Well, for one, it cost us money, but at the same time, it was like they would start to say something, and it's like, no, that's not what we're doing. We're doing this, and so they had to go back to our chart all over again and figure this stuff. It's like they had their plan. And if we weren't vigilant about what our plan was, they were just going to shove us through their plan and through their process. And it's like, no, we've already been down that road. We know that doesn't work. This is what we need to do.
And I will do that again. Like, I have studied this enough. I've done this, you know, we've been down this road. I've studied it. I've done my research. We have a plan, and we will stick with the plan that we have. So if they don't like that, or if the father tells us if they don't like it, I'll just find a new doctor. But if the father tells us that he wants something else, then we'll say, okay, then we'll listen to what he tells us to do. But if he doesn't, as far as we're concerned, he's basically gave us the knowledge that we have to do what we're going to do. So anyways, so that's our plan. No, we're not pregnant.
Not yet.
But that is what we are working towards.
So Kenneth and his wife are having twins. They're having twin boys, and they have the names of Malachi and Ephraim.
Malachi?
Yeah, that's a name from the Bible. That was the Italian prophet Malachi. That's an old Hicks and Cohagen joke. Malachi.
I like Malachi.
Malachi and Ephraim. Or Ephraim. Malachi. Malachi? When you capitalize the K-Y, how do you say it?
Malachi.
Kai? Thank you, Eli.
Malachi.
Malachi. I'm going to call the kid Malachi. Okay, I apologize. If I won't make fun of your.
You can punch him the next time you see him.
I won't make fun of your child that way. Not in stone yet.
So what do we have coming up?
Sukkot.
Yes.
Well, before that, Day of Trumpets, Day of Atonement. Eli just came over and punched me.
No.
Did Dorian ever make landfall? As far as we know, no, it didn't make landfall. It stayed off. The eye of the storm stayed off of the coast.
I can't wait for Sukkot. Oh, I can't wait for Sukkot.
But Ben is going to decide after the birth, I'm guessing.
Lauren, when are you guys due? We were talking about that the other day, and we couldn't figure it out.
Hit NS. It's all the way up to Nova Scotia now? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I knew that. It's past the States. The
She's
second
due the
day of Sukkot.
So I guess that depends on your calendar. Is the second day of Sukkot the 14th of October? Is that your due date?
You had to go there, huh?
Well, there's different calendars. There's some people that did their Day of Trumpets already.
Yes. It's been so hot. Like, it's been in the 90s still, and it's September.
I don't think, Casey, I don't think the actual eye of the storm hit the coast. It was the outer edges, the outer bands of it that hit North Carolina.
No, that's the second day. Sukkot starts the 13th.
The 13th is the high holy day.
Yeah.
It starts the evening of the 12th because you have a double Shabbat. That's cool this year, too, that Sukkot starts with a double Shabbat and ends with a double Shabbat.
So we will go on the 11th, or we'll be there full time on the 11th. I can't wait. I love Sukkot. I ordered our bed last week, our mattress for Sukkot, because we always take a mattress with us. We gave our old mattress away, so now we had to get a new one. And so I got that ordered. We also have a surprise game ordered. I'm excited about that too. I found it. Let's see. What else did I order for Sukkot? I don't know. I have a lot of stuff coming in the next couple weeks because I got bad shopping habit.
No, you don't. Anyway.
I would not use an air mattress for Sukkot.
Not down here anyway. Here's the deal. Here's the deal with air mattresses. People don't realize this.
Not anywhere. What are you talking about down here?
Well, here we have air fluctuations. So at night, the temperature drops, and when air gets colder, it compresses. So you can go to bed with your air mattress aired up, and halfway through the night, as the night gets colder, it compresses and you lose your inflation, and then you end up on the ground.
If we were doing Sukkot at the campground that we just went to for Take on the World, I would totally be okay with the air mattress.
Yeah,
because you can air it up. If you have electricity, then it's not a big deal. Air it up. But if you don't have electricity, don't do it.
Right. So what we do is we just get one of them 8-inch.
It's a cool gel ventilated memory foam mattress. 8-inch mattress
from Walmart,
which is really cool because it comes in a box. We come out or pull it out, it fluffs out, and then you can he wraps it up and then puts straps.
I got some 1-inch ratchet straps, so I'll just grab one end of it, roll it in on itself, and just roll the whole thing up, and then I'll take a 1-inch ratchet strap, wrap it around to one end, ratchet it down, then wrap the other one around the other end, ratchet it down. Then I take the excess that's left over, take one from one side, tied to the other side, take the one to the other side, tied over. Then that makes a nice little carry handle, so I can just throw it over my shoulder and carry it like it's a big giant duffel bag. Zach doesn't allow generators at his Sukkot. The only generator at Zach's Sukkot is the generator that he has that powers the sound system in the building, and it'll power the lights in the building that they have now.
Casey, I can message you. If you message me, you'll have to message me. Message me on Facebook, and I can send you a link to the one that we ordered. I ordered a king size mattress.
You get a king size this time? I forgot that.
So I ordered king size.
I can't use the pallets I made then for the frame of it. So this last year, I took some pallets for the size of mattress we had. I could take a whole pallet, and I could take a pallet, and I could chop it in half, and that would make the perfect width. And I did 2 of those. So basically, I made a bed frame for our mattress for Sukkot, so that way it kept our mattress up off of the ground. And then that way too, I could put extra slats of pallet wood underneath of it where I needed to, so we could level it out. So that way, if the ground, because usually where we sleep, the ground's uneven.
You can message Dustin. Is there a way to message on here, on YouTube? How can she get a hold of us?
I don't know if you can send messages on YouTube anymore.
Well, you're not putting my number on there, so she can't text me from there.
Do you have Marco Polo? She loves Marco Polo.
Yeah, but again,
she says she can leave a comment after the post. I wonder if you put in your email address, if it'll show up only to us.
Polo.
She said Marco.
Post a link to the mattress in the comments. Oh, I could do that.
You can do that.
I
think if you put in what in the world just
Uh-oh.
happened? Your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Okay, our thing just you got on the internet. That's what it did. Probably it slowed it
I'm not on
down.
the internet.
Oh, my bad. Blaming her for everything.
Just an FYI, I got mine at Walmart, but you can totally look and get it anywhere else if you want to. But that's where I got mine at.
Marco Polo turns off the internet. Yeah, we got the mattress from Walmart. It works good. It's just the first time you order it, it comes in a box, and then it's gonna fill up with air and puff up once you pull it out. So it does get kind of bulky. So if you're traveling long distance, well, if you guys are flying, you're not gonna be able to take it.
Yeah, if you're flying, you're not gonna be able to.
If you're driving, you can take it. The problem is it'll be more compact driving there as long as if you leave it inside the box. But once you take it out and use it, it's going to take up a good chunk of space.
Copy to clipboard. Okay, so now I need to go to the video YouTube.
I don't know if it's going to allow it. We'll see if it allows the link or not when you go put it in there.
Well, y'all just have to let it allow it.
I'll see when it pops up.
I'll see when it pops up.
Oh.
Yeah. Right there. Publicly with Cassie Wells on the bottom.
I already typed it in, but it didn't go.
Put it in again.
Paste. Send.
Nope, it doesn't allow the link.
Why doesn't it allow the link?
They don't. I think in live chats it doesn't allow the link.
Oh.
Tell you what we'll do. We will put the link in the description once the video is over. How's that sound? Does that work for everybody? You hit that. You can share something with her, I think.
No, that's sharing their page.
Oh, okay, my bad. How about lay your foam down on bottom and stack stuff on top? Oh, to kind of crush it back down again. Yeah, it had to be some pretty heavy stuff to get it to do that. So yeah, well, when the video
to do that, because for us it's easy to use that because of the fact that we just live 45 minutes away. We would be in trouble if we had to actually go somewhere else.
Yeah, but if you guys are, I will say this though: if you guys are, if you're gonna have electricity, then there's nothing wrong with using an air mattress then, because like we did at Take on the World, we had an air mattress and we had a extension cord
too. I like the
air we got one of the air mattresses that has the built-in headrest thing. That's the way to go with an air mattress, is get one of those like that. So if you have electricity, yes, get an air mattress, have a cord run into your tent, plug it in, air it up, no big deal. Air mattresses are cold in winter, that's true.
They are.
But if you keep a blanket over top of it during the day, it should help hold the heat into it.
Well, and you can lay a blanket down. You can lay blankets down on the ground and then put the air mattress on top of that and then have blankets on top of that. Then, but yeah, I would if you have electricity, air mattress would be the way to go, especially if you're traveling, because the mattress we get is big, and if it wasn't for the fact that we make like 3 or 4 trips, we wouldn't be able to do.
Do we make 3 or 4 trips?
We do. We make at least 2 to 3.
2 trips.
At least.
Change your socks before bed if it's cold. Yeah.
Yes, that helps.
Yep. And it also helps to strip down to your undies.
That helps too.
And cuddling when it's cold.
There's been some Sukkots where it was like 30 degrees. It was really cold.
Yep.
So what I did is I got laid on the bed, and I had Dustin on one side and Eli on the other side, and I stayed nice and toasty because Eli is a hot.
He's a heater, just like I'm a heater. So, but yeah, if you put on fresh, clean socks before bed, and strip down to your undies, because you share your body heat with the person next to you, so you'll keep each other warm. Whereas if you're wearing, a shirt and light pants to bed, well, you're keeping your body heat in, they're keeping their body heat in. You don't share, so you're not keeping each other warm. So if you cool off yourself, you're not helping them. Whereas you share body heat with each other, you keep each other warm. Mm-hmm. And we did that when we lived in the camper.
When we lived in the camper, we did it, and it worked.
It worked.
Yeah. We haven't done that at Sukkot, and I don't think that we would do it at Sukkot because, one, like when we're at home or even when the camper, there was nobody else there. Eli sleepwalks. We can't do that in the tent. If he ends up out somewhere, we have to go find him. Like, we have to try to hurry up and put clothes on. That ain't going to work very well.
A propane heater. Anyway.
So, yeah. Anything else that we should talk about? All of our bunny trails, rabbit trails.
We don't do bunny trails. They're not kosher. We do deer trails around here.
We got a cabin this Sukkot.
Awesome.
You're going to have babies. When is Stephanie due? I had to think of, right? Stephanie? He wants you there to tell him about the Williams Shabbat song.
Well, like you said, you was going to play it.
Did you do December 11th? That's Eli's birthday.
That's Eli. That is Eli's birthday.
Mm-hmm. He just did a dance.
That is Eli's birthday.
Mom, you said you was going to play the video so they could hear the song.
Do you want to play there?
I don't care. Are they still
Williams,
on?
are you guys still watching? Do you care if we play your Shabbat song? Oh, Noah's birthday.
Don't tell your wife that she is huge. Just saying. Okay, so I have to go to Marco Polo.
We got this last night. It was awesome.
Okay.
Turn it around so they can see it.
I don't know. They don't need to see it.
Yeah, let them see it. Yeah.
No.
Shabbat shalom.
Just face it towards the microphone.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. We welcome our King to our homes. We'll be Shabbat and shalom and Shabbat and shalom and Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. We went to the Word, searching what to do. We saw Yeshua say it, so we know it must be true. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. We'll be Shabbat and shalom and Shabbat and shalom and Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Love you guys.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Are you going to play my goofy one?
I don't remember.
No, it was the next one with the challah bread.
Okay.
That's okay. We don't need to play it. I can't
Yeah,
sing.
that was really cool.
That's the jazziest Shabbat Shalom I've ever heard.
Anyways, anything else we need to discuss?
No, I don't think so.
You're leaving early.
I'm leaving early. I gotta go all the way down to near Lake Charles, Louisiana. I looked up, I'm be like an hour east of Beaumont. So
you need to bring back some bacon. Actually, not this week. It has to be next week.
Beef bacon?
Yeah.
Get to an HEB, get some beef bacon.
Good night.
I finished this Dustin Cassie show and then midnight ride, but I've been fighting bronchitis at the conference. We'll be praying for you, Casey. Good night.
Good deal. Yes. Good
Beef
night.
bacon is the best.
We've been on for an hour. So we should wrap this up. I gotta finish your stuff, your food for tomorrow.
We're gonna watch a little bit of our show before we go to bed.
I don't know.
We'll put a link in the for the matches. We'll put the link in it when everything's over. Don't forget to do that.
Okay.
Send me in a message and I'll put it on there.
Okay.
Okie dokie, folks. We thank you once again for tuning in. We appreciate y'all being here, all 13 of you, and those who have left and come and gone. We love y'all. We're praying for you. We're praying for Cassie that bronchitis leaves her body and she's able to breathe deeply and get some rest.
Bronchitis is no joke.
Anyways, we'll see y'all next week. There might be a Trucking with Dwells video coming out. I recorded some on Friday, and I get some time this week. I might edit it and put that together. So
I didn't know that.
I didn't tell you until just now. So
yeah, I was gonna say that we do finally have a website name. Hopefully, in the next couple weeks, that will be up. But we were excited that we got zeetseats.com.
Can't believe that was not taken. But we're gonna have a website, zeetseats.com. So Ben and Laura gotta go do their show. But our youngest stole some of Daddy's espresso and is clearly wired for I'll never forget the first time I had espresso. I was like 19 or 20. 19? 20? 19.
Yes.
So, okay, guys, we love y'all. We could say goodnight 3 or 4 times before we actually say goodnight. So we're just going to say goodnight. So say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
He's spinning the chair.
Toddlers on espresso. Sounds like a great TV show. Record a video of that, Ben. Put that up. That'd be funny. Good night, everybody. Love you all. We'll see you next week. Shabbat. Hope you all had a good Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat shalom. Welcome to our home. Shabbat shalom.
Keep your day job.
Shabbat and shalom and Shabbat and shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.